Why am I not able to pass the HireVue when I'm great in person? Hello everyone, I'm David Anderton Yang, 5.0 GPA from MIT and Chief Executive Officer at Voomer. There's going to be a bonus tip at the end that will change how you communicate forever. So stay tuned. If you're looking to nail your next interview, tell me where you're applying in the comments, like this video and subscribe to this channel so we can keep making content to help people just like you. Okay, so here's a problem that you can solve with these 3 steps. You're trying to find a reliable method for succeeding in the HireVue interview. You know you need to perform confidently, engagingly, and convincingly, but for some reason, you just have not been able to progress to the next stage. Each HireVue that you can't get through is a valuable opportunity lost, and there's no feedback on what you can improve available. If you can't get through, you may have to go with that plan B. On the other hand, getting it right means that every opportunity could potentially become an offer. But now we have these 3 steps that work together in unison to create the Voomer Video Success Framework. That's a systematic way to prepare you to perform at your best in the one-way video interview. Okay, so let's get started and look at the key parts to the visual step. This is the first part of the Voomer Video Success Framework. The first part, and the one that's the most often overlooked, is eye contact. And we'll get back to that in a second. The second part is the background. Make sure it's organized, minimalist, and something like a pot plant can really make that scene pop. Lighting, the main scene should be right in front of you. Don't sit with a window behind you. And for your appearance, mirror that of what you would wear to your first day in the office. East Coast versus West Coast, tech versus banking, you're gonna show up looking slightly different. Eye contact. Now try to maintain eye contact with the camera. You can put something like a sticker where you need to look. Some people print out a set of eyes to stick to either side of the camera. Do what works for you. So now we've got those first parts, background, lighting, appearance, and eye contact, that make up the visual step of the Voomer Video Success Framework. Now let's talk about the vocal step. Well, this is another area that has had a massive impact on my interview skills. What tone, pauses, and microphone choice are, among many other things, is that vocal step of the framework. It's all about how you speak and how you're heard. And when it comes to tone, monotone is incredibly boring, yet it is our default. Find that word to emphasize in each sentence. Whisper wise words and build up to a conclusion with a crescendo, or make a point with a rhythmic flow. But it's not just tone. Pauses draw the interviewer into what you're saying. Count to 3 in your head. Sitting a pause is like that end of a gymnastic routine. Sit the landing. It feels weird to you, but by gosh, to the interviewer, it makes you look like a confident pro. Finally, and most importantly, you've got to get that external microphone, enabling you to be heard clearly. If you have bad audio and all the interviewer can hear is your computer fan whirring, the interviewer will skip your answer. Bad audio is so much worse than bad video. Even the headphones from your phone are so much of an improvement. And for $15, you can get yourself a lapel mic from Amazon. I guarantee that's one of the best investments you'll ever make. Now, I don't know if you found that the visual and the vocal steps are your 2 main challenges, but if they are, or your challenge is something that I haven't mentioned that's totally different, add it in the comments and I'll give you some tips. Now that the interviewer can hear you clearly and you're engaging, this then aligns perfectly with that final step in Voomer's Video Success Framework, which is verbal. The verbal step is all about the content. Questions are behavioral, or we've got a blog post that's linked below in the description, or motivational. Why apply here? Why us? Why now? We all know that doing your research on the position and the company makes a difference. Also, make sure to come up with an answer for 2 of the most common questions. Tell us about a time you worked in a team. Tell us about a time when you handled conflict. Anyway, the key is don't freak out. Be relatable. And if you need to take a moment to think, do it with a smile. If you want to find out more about how to improve your verbal skills, speak up in the comment box below and I'll be sure to share some of my top tips, hacks, and habits, and I'll also post a blog link in the description too. But wait, remember I mentioned there was a bonus tip? Well, even if you have set yourself up with your very own Voomer Video Success Framework, The most difficult step is always going to be applying it in your actual day-to-day life. It can be very intimidating, even if you believe it'll bring you more focus and better performance. The best way to get over that barrier is to practice. Create a program on Voomer for your exact position. Record as many times as you want and get specific feedback on the areas of the Voomer Video Success Framework to improve the most and pass your HireVue. If you're still watching, you want to feel confident and empowered to face the HireVue and make the whole process a lot less stressful, turning interviews into offers. Then this is the time to smash that like button and hit subscribe and tell me where you're applying and what to in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in our next video.